Hey everyone, welcome back to these Kontakt tutorials. This is going to be the last tutorial in the starting to build section. So in just kind of brief recap, the first session I introduced you to this window here, the all-powerful key mapping window, and showed you how to bring samples in and so on. The second video was about velocity switching. If you remember, I brought in a cello sample, spread it over an octave, and then had another cello sample over the same octave that I could switch just by how hard I hit the key. This final session I want to talk to you about looping. Again, for building your own instruments, it's quite a handy tool to kind of know your way around. Unfortunately, I can't use the same cello samples that I was using, purely because they were recorded in stereo, and ideally for looping you just want a mono signal, you just want a mono sample. So I've been and found a load of mono flute samples, as you can hear by me just pressing this. There we go. So let's start looping it. First thing you're going to want to do is come up here to this magical wave editor. You just click on that, and if I scroll down, there we have it. You can see your wave in here, and sample loop it, you can slice it, you can do it pretty much anything you want with the actual wave in here. Now, to start off with, and this is true of any samples that you've recorded personally, for playability you don't want to press a key and then wait for a couple of seconds for the sample to start. As you can see with this one, there is a small amount of silence here. I'll just play that now. There you go. You could see there was quite a while before it started. This is easily sorted out. You can just put the sample into your personal DAW and trim it up, or if you wish, you can just come down here to the green S for start and just drag it over. There we go. And now if I play that sample, it will just play the sound like so. So yeah, if you think playability wise, and just remember that you want all your samples to start when you press the key. Simple, it just makes it a lot more fun, a lot easier to play, and you're not thinking why aren't I getting any sound when I'm pressing the key. So let's get on to looping this. Now I want to take a section of the sample which is quite level, hasn't got any massive volume peaks or anything like that, or any clips. For example, this area here, it's at its loudest point. Let's try and sample that. So if I come up here first of all to this funky little snap button here, and come down to this first option, snap loop to zero crossing. If I click on that, that means that every loop area that I create will start and finish on a zero crossing in the wave. I shall show you that now. To create the loop, you just come down here to this little box with the number 1 in it and click on that. As you can see, the whole thing is highlighted. If you click on number 2, for example, it will split it into 2 boxes and 3 into 3 boxes and so on and so forth. Just for straight looping though, you just want one. So I'm going to start off by dragging this box over to where I want to sample, which was about there, and drag it in from the other end. If it will let me, there we go. Drag it to about there. Now, if I zoom in, fingers crossed, the loop area should start and finish on a 0 crossing in the wave. I have to zoom in quite a way. And there we go. You can see there directly on the 0 crossing. So if I play this sample now, it will probably click and sound horrible. Let's try it. There we go. That wasn't too terrible. That was possibly one of the best loops I've had going in this at the moment. I'll just show you that a bit more zoomed out so you can see where the play line is. There we go. You can hear a little bit of kind of bouncing in the sound. So to try and stop that, if we come down to this funky little loop edit button here and click on that, you can see the it takes you right into the wave, and you can start pulling around where you want the sample to start and so on and so forth. So you can drag it back a little bit, or drag it forward and drag this one out, or you can because it's on, there we go, that's the kind of thing that I was trying to show you. This should sound pretty bad now. There we go. You could hear the clipping there as it wasn't on the 0 crossing. So we'll put that back. There we go. You can kind of hear the sound oscillating a bit, but it's not a massive deal at the moment. If you want to kind of tidy up the start of the loop a bit more, you can add in a crossfade here. Let's just ramp that up a bit, and you can see. There we go. You can start seeing the crossfade coming in, and it just tidies up the beginning of the loop a bit. So I shall leave that there for now. Just to recap what we've done in this tutorial, I've shown you about trimming your samples down, and I've briefly shown you how to loop a part of the sample. I shall see you again for the next session, where we begin the group editing section of these tutorials. Yeah, catch you soon.